Okay, so this is just a brief but information-rich video on wiring up a PAC steering wheel control 2 kit to a Kenwood head unit and interfacing it with a generic wireless Bluetooth control module. The first thing I'm going to say is that if you have not yet purchased a Kenwood head unit, and if you want to have hands-free controls using your universal hands-free kit, don't. Your buttons will be limited to about 5 or 6. The programming is a lot of trial and error, and it's not the most responsive. Go with a cheaper generic head unit instead that will support hands-free off the bat without having to use a PAC unit. If you have a Kenwood unit and you are using a factory steering wheel controls, you should be good, but this video may not have all the information you need. This is specifically for a vehicle using a generic Bluetooth 3-wire module, a PAC-CP2 and a Kenwood head unit. Secondarily, watch the video in full before beginning or buying anything. With that caveat out the way, let's get started. First, configure the module's dip switches as shown here. You can also go to the PAC website for your specific make and model, but this one is for a universal setup. Next is your wiring. You can screenshot this wiring diagram here, and a download will also be listed in the description along with all other sources and materials. An important note to make is that to make sure your handbrake detection wire on your stereo is going to ground. Otherwise, the option to program hands-free controls will be grayed out. The only wire on the secondary 3.5mm loom you'll be using is the SWC wire. Next, follow the programming instructions laid out by the PAC documentation. It's pretty easy to follow, and it does a far better job of explaining it than I can. Note that in my case, I wasn't able to program buttons freely, and it had to be done in a specific order. That specific order, they were 1. Volume up, 2. Volume down, 3. Mute, 4. Put down a phone call, 5. Unsure, can't use, 6. Track forward, 7. Track back, 8 and 9 were unused or I couldn't program them, and 10 was to pick up a phone call. Also, a note that I found with my volume up button is that on the unit it wouldn't go above 15, although this may differ for you. And here's footage showing it working as such.